No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks about to kick it away and get this season started. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got the quick completion. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got the first down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch.
Brings into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quickly complete. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. At midfield, he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Throw again. Quickly to the tight end. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Quarterback making checks. Here's the give off the left side. Finds Zach Breeze, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Quarterback on the keeper. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
This is a designed run. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough. First down, but a good gain on that play.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And first down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the front.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner, not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And on that out route, 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
On 4th down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The sure hands, it's Hodges. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
There he goes! Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Bruce. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. And that one is picked up in the end zone. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. He now has 63 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
To the ground with the back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done long.
Using his feet. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're setting up the screen. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Here comes the offense on second down. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quick release by the QB. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown LSU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Big in
touchdown, Oregon! Special teams proving to be special. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys. You see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. When this dude can make plays, that's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Snap in the shotgun. Wide open downfield. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's a one-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll take it himself. LSU will get a first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, I'm just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the two. Timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last two plays.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Third downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks you want to be elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks, but they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding third down and getting to the quarterback?
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking the deep shot. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Ali. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
28, LSU, 27.
Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll try the left side. Runs through the tackle. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that play done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead.
Timeout, Oregon.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Steps away. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Going to swing it on second down. On the run, still looking. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive